Alrighty folks, so here it is. So I've seen a lot of videos on woofers and PC subwoofers and how to hook up a PC subwoofer to your home stereo, and I thought I would put this video together to show you a super cheap alternative way to hook up your PC subwoofer to some type of entertainment system. Alrighty, so it's kind of a cheat way, but it's super cheap, and at least it gets you some kind of sub and some bass sounds. Okay, so here you go. I recently inherited this beautiful Pioneer home theater sound system with some KLH surround speakers. Okay, so here they are, over there, blah, blah, blah. But the subwoofer was broken. And I did have this PC subwoofer lying around. It's a JBL, it's mainly for PCs, and it puts out pretty decent sound for a PC system. And so this guy was laying around, no satellite speakers, just the subwoofer. All right, so let me show you the back of this thing so you get a sense of what we're dealing with. Okay, so here is the back of the JBL PC subwoofer, and pretty simple setup. You've got these right satellite and left satellite, which is fine. You have your power, which is fine, and then you have your power on and off button, sorry. And then you have your power in, AC in. So not a problem, all basic. And what you have here is, in this section right here, is your audio in. And usually what happens is you plug in like so, and then the other side of the cable, also has this type of connector, and this goes into your PC. But one way you can fix this is by getting one of these, or adapt it, I guess I should say, is to get one of these cables that has a 3.5mm on one side and then two RCA jacks on the other side, right? So you get your audio in, and then you can hook this up to some type of audio out that has RCA cables. Well, this type of stereo doesn't have RCA outs like this. It just has the normal wires that you feed in. And what ends up happening is that if you end up doing that, you actually end up getting a very weak signal, and it has to do with the type of power that gets sent out from the audio. This audio equipment. I'm not Mr. Audio Guy, but I know it has to do with ohms and that type of stuff, and how this actual speaker is set up. It's not necessarily set up for home theater. It's set up, like I said, more for PCs. So what I thought was, at first, was, well, maybe there's a way that I can hook this up to my subwoofer out from my newly acquired Pioneer system. And that's what I attempted to do. So what I ended up doing was getting one of these splitters, okay, and I connected it just like this, and then connected this guy to the back of the Pioneer system, the subwoofer pre-out. Tried it and nothing happened. And it has, again, a lot to do with this type of system and how it actually can work with a home audio system like this. And actually it doesn't really work. So then I had to figure out another way to do it. My next step was then to look at the back of my TV and look at the audio out of the back of the TV. And notice that there's one audio out. It's basically RCA jacks, right and left. So it's only one set of audio outs. And what I had set up at that point was essentially RCA jacks that were plugged into those TV outs, and then that would be then connected to the stereo. So that took up basically all the space. I couldn't really connect anything else to the TV. So then what I ended up doing was getting another set of splitters. And once I got the now two sets of splitters, I then connected the two splitters to each set of those RCA outs. And one went to the Pioneer stereo and the other one went to the JBL subwoofer. So basically I split the signal coming out of the TV. And the subwoofer then essentially got a signal straight from the TV. It didn't actually go through the Pioneer system. When it comes down to the sound from the Pioneer system, it didn't make a difference at all. There's, I think it's rated at 200 watts at least, so plenty of power to send out to the speakers. But when it came to the subwoofer, I had to turn the subwoofer up a lot higher to get more of that bass. But that was totally fine for me because I'm really not into getting a ton of bass. I really just wanted that low frequency sound that I know I was missing because there was no subwoofer. So to me, this setup was actually the best, quickest setup. And it's essentially a stopgap until I buy my own powered subwoofer and then correctly install it to the Pioneer system, which is what I would recommend doing. What I'm doing right now is essentially a little bit of a cheat, a little bit of a stopgap while I'm getting my powered subwoofer. But I wanted to share this with you because I know that a lot of us have kind of some random stuff lying around, and I wanted to put it to good use. I wanted to repurpose the subwoofer. Like I said, it puts out pretty good sound. I'm really happy with it. And like I said, I had to, here's the control for the bass. I had to kind of turn it almost all the way up. Not really. It gave me enough bass. I love the design too as well. If it was black, I think it would go really well with the rest of it. But anyhow, wanted to share that with you so that you don't have to break things up and recreate your subwoofer and get new circuitry or anything like that. You can just spend the $6-7 at Amazon, and I'll put a link in the description below of the actual part that I got, and you can go on your way listening to some bass. So that's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like and subscribe. Thanks again. Bye.